again, YouTube. It's Rena again, and welcome back to my channel, A Fairy Tale Mind in the Real World. I'm here with another book review for you. This book is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon, and I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly. So When Dimple Met Rishi is an awesome book. It was really fun to read. I've noticed that there's been a trend lately of more books that are about other cultures, incorporating kind of into traditional, I guess, American books. So I really like reading about that. There's been some with Japanese, which I've enjoyed a lot, and this one incorporates Indian culture, which I think is really fun. So that was just a bonus right from the start. So Dimple is an Indian American girl who is not really your traditional Indian girl. She is not interested in men or makeup or, dressing up or anything. She wants to go to this technology fair and win a contest, to a school, and win a contest and, maybe get this app published. So she has higher dreams. She's not interested in men. She doesn't want a relationship, and it's frustrating for her because that's all her mother talks about. Like, that's the only thing worth doing in life. So Dimple is kind of struggling with this, but she convinces her mom and her dad to let her go to, I believe it's Stanford, and to this a seminar program. So it's a summer program for aspiring web developers is what it is. And so she convinces them to let her go there, and she thinks they acquiesce a little too easily, but she's not going to complain. So she goes, she's excited, and when she gets there, she's getting a coffee, and she looks up, and there's this boy standing in front of her. He's an Indian American too, and he's like, "Hello, future wife." And she doesn't know what the heck he's talking about, so she throws her coffee at him and runs away. Turns out that, unbeknownst to Dimple, Rishi, who she threw the coffee on, is the person that her parents kind of set up with family friends to have Dimple marry in the future. Now, Dimple wasn't aware of this. However, Rishi has been told. He has known about her for quite a while, and it is very upsetting for him to realize that she doesn't know about it. So he eventually meets up with her. Well, he calls his, after calling his parents. I was like, she didn't know about me, and I kind of freaked her out. I may have already ruined this. Because Rishi is and I'm sorry if I'm saying these names wrong. I could very well be. I think I'm saying them right, but you think something's right in your head and then it's not. So, but Rishi, he's kind of the very traditional older son who wants to please his parents, do right by them, everything like that. So he is, upset that he may have already messed this up. And so he, after talking to his parents, he goes to find Dimple, and he's like, "Hey, sorry for starting you earlier. Our parents arranged this when we were younger." And then he has a picture of her which she took out, and then she's upset. She calls her parents and is like, "Why did I not know about this?" And they're like, "Well, he isn't set. We just want to see if you could know him and see if you'd like him, And so she's still upset. However, they are put as partners in the web seminar, which because you can request people to be partnered with. So Dimple thankfully already has a friend there outside of Rishi, because someone that she's been talking to online, and they're rooming together. So she has someone else she can talk to, but she ends up being put with Rishi because he requested they be put together. So they're stuck together for the seminar, and they get to know each other through there's some challenges that you have to do. There's a talent show, so they end up doing a lot of things to get to know each other and talk to each other and kind of find out more about how well they work together. And they work together surprisingly well. So it is, it's really fun because Dimple is very intelligent and she's really good at this kind of thing. And Rishi, because of his desire to please his parents, he pushed aside his love for art, and that's something that Dimple ends up helping him bring to the front, which I think is great. So just has to see how she kind of encourages him and how he supports her. It's just a really good relationship. Like, even though Dimple wasn't interested, he's a good person, and so is she, and they actually work a lot better than you would think. So it's really nice to see that kind of relationship together where they are getting to know each other, even if it's not necessarily in the way that they expected. Dimple wasn't expecting it at all, and so it was just really nice to see that, you know, that they were just getting to know each other and see each other for who they are. And I mean, obviously they didn't know everything because they didn't, you know, they hadn't met, but they did a good job of, you know, finding out about each other, about talents, about personalities, how they actually agreed on some things. And it was kind of nice because I think they were the only 2 Indian Americans there, and you know, they kind of got picked on, so they had different ways of dealing with the bullies, which was really interesting to see. I liked that a lot. So it was just fun to see how, you know, they were brought up in very similar cultural, but how they reacted differently to things and how they responded to their cultural as well. Their cultural, how they were brought up in that cultural way, that how they responded to how other people reacted to them. So I thought that was really well done, and I liked reading that a lot. The talent show that they end up doing, that was crazy. A lot of things happen in that aspect, and also how the winner of the contest ends up is really interesting. So they end up in a fight at the end, which was not expected. And that's all I'm going to say about the end, because I don't want to spoil everything, but it was really well done. I actually liked it a bit more than I thought. I don't usually like contemporary romances, but this was pretty well done. I don't know if it really needs a warning. They do have sex. It's not explicit or anything. I guess my feelings on sex are, personally, I feel a relationship should be based on knowing each other, and that sex should wait, because it's not going to make the relationship last. But that's a subject for another time. So I guess that was the only thing I was kind of iffy on personally, but that's personal preference as well. So I enjoyed the book. I think it's a great read. You should definitely check it out. And yeah, so I think that's everything. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. If you could subscribe and hit that like button as well, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and keep reading your fairy tales. Bye.